Hello and welcome to another update video about QNT. The chart is still loading, but in yesterday's video we talked about the additional low that could be coming, that actually should be coming, maybe hitting the trend line. So we are on a good track, I think. It's come down now to the previous low and there was an attempted rally, a small wick, rejection, and it seems like it's manifesting itself. It's sort of consolidating below this previous support area. So that's a good sign, at least for trend continuation to the downside that we have still forecasted. Remember what we've talked about, and we've been talking about this previous support area. I will highlight this now in red because this has turned into resistance. So we talked about this support area for a long time and highlighted that it really takes a break below this to get to our ideal $80 target. I still see this unchanged from months ago as an ideal target. I would expect a rejection there, or at least some support. Okay, if it will generate the long-term uptrend, I'm not sure about. We don't know until we get there. We need to see at this. We need to look at the structure and if the bulls react to that area. But so far, I mean, the forecast has been down. We identified this trend channel that has guided the price further to the downside. There was a short trade area here that would have generated a profitable short trade. We had a few others here as well, took them off. And it was difficult to get through this area. So typically when prices reach these areas of support, and this was mainly structural support, then it is slowing down the decline. And it did slow down the decline, but now we seem to have dropped below it, and it's now going down a little bit more rapidly, which is what you would expect after the support area is broken. I mean, it became a stable coin really around the $100 mark. I mean, $100 is anyway a key level, right? I mean, that's the other thing. We have not only we had here a structural support area. I mean, that's all related to the $100 level, you could say, between 95 and 102. So due to the volatility, of course, we had a bit of a range here. Now price dropped below it and is now, as you can see, sort of consolidating below that previous support area. So again, what was support is now resistance. So it will likely be difficult for it to get above again. When it really breaks through, like, I don't know, a knife goes through butter very easily, then, and if it is very aggressive and it's doing that, then from experience I can tell you it's a good sign that things might be changing again, back to the upside, back to bull mode. Yeah, if resistances are just not respected anymore, but at the moment they are. So it's sort of, at the moment, I have no signs or indications that a low is in. In fact, I'd like it to test the trend line. If it breaks below the trend line, next support is 87. That's the previous wave 4 low. And if it breaks below that, it should get quite quickly to that ideal target level. For me, that's still sort of a magnet that, you know, attracts the price, because it's a very, very important Fibonacci level, the 78.6 Fib retracement. And let's see if price actually gets there. And if we do, we need to pay attention for potential, we need to pay attention to potential, a potential turnaround, right? I mean, already now I'm watching for reverses. I mean, it's done everything we needed it to do. It moved below the low of the wave W. It moved down another low, right? And it moved below the low of this little third wave. The count is technically full. It's just that I have no indication the low is in, so we continuously look for lower. We continue to look for lower until we see a first impulse to the upside. That could be a signal that things are changing. At the moment, it's just like catching the falling knife. But I also can tell you that I would like to see somewhere between here and $80 a reversal. Now, I have no crystal ball. I'm not telling you it will, but it ideally should show something, yeah? Okay, if it doesn't, then the next support level will be 61. Honestly, below 61, things are going to look very dark for QNT, and it might head to a new bear market low. So while I'm tracking here a bullish 1-2 setup, so far, as I said to you, I haven't done anything with QNT. I've been expecting lower prices, and I would be careful until we see at least a first impulse. Now, things can change quickly, and that's what everybody needs to decide for themselves. And that's why cryptos are so risky. For example, we had a similar situation back here that was into June 22. And yeah, I'm watching for stuff like that. If I see, let's go there. If I see something like that, I mean, a small 1-2 setup, yeah, this is what I want to highlight. So on the smaller scale here, a small 1-2 setup. That's what I wanna identify, okay? Where we then had an A wave down, a B wave, and a C wave, or even looking at the the larger degree then 1-2. That's what I'm watching. So again, you will not be able to say, at least with certain confidence, that a trend is changing until you see this, a first 1-2 setup. Now that will likely be too small to really confirm. Well, at the time it wasn't, because this was a decent percentage move. But if you see something tiny now, it will likely be too small. So I will highlight the potential, but then probably will need to wait for the larger 5-wave move. And then this is a trade setup to enter here, or even down here. It obviously would be for anybody who is happy with a little bit less certainty. There's anyway never certainty in these markets, but at least it's all about cascading probabilities. So yeah, that's what I'm watching for continuously. That's why we're observing the markets on a daily basis. That's my update about QNT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.